Welcome in to News and Views with Tom Lamprecht. The stories you've heard and the ones you need to hear.
The collapse of Champlain Tower South condominium is a wake-up call.
These Iranian-backed militias have been using these commercially available drones. We're taking action. They launched those airstrikes.
Washington State hit 118 degrees. That's hotter than Las Vegas, Nevada has ever been.
Your life, your values, your voice. This is News and Views with Tom Lamprecht on Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
Well, Portland and Washington, they run things like hell, so I might as well feel like it. Unbelievable.
It's payback.
Hey, it is Tuesday, but we're going to play political trivia today. We're sort of discombobulated because of the upcoming holidays. We'll just put it that way. My schedule is discombobulated, so we're going to play political trivia today. And
what is the schedule, by the way?
We'll be here Thursday, but we'll be pre-recording on Thursday. We'll be off Friday and Monday, so we're taking a long weekend for the Independence Day holiday. College Fix is reporting a black student group at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill has demanded that school officials immediately give a tenured professor job to Nicole Hannah-Jones. Now, she is the individual who made up, didn't she win a Pulitzer Prize for this, made up the 1619 Project story?
She did, but, Pulitzer Prize, if you go through the winners.
Yeah.
It's about like a Nobel Prize.
It used to mean something, not anymore. The list of demands were announced at a recent rally campus in support of Hannah-Jones, who recently said she will refuse to fulfill her contractual obligation in her 5-year agreement and start teaching on Thursday. She has demanded tenure despite signing a contract without a guarantee. Let her go. If she's not going to show up, let her go. Don't pay her a nickel.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she's acting like this. You are really, really lucky to have me coming there. Let her go. Good night. This is yet another example of UNC not supporting their black students and staff and showing their commitment to white supremacy, UNC Black Student Movement wrote on Instagram in a promotion for the rally. We condemn the actions of the Board of Trustees and stand in solidarity with Nicole Hannah-Jones and all black faculty and staff that are disenfranchised by this university. The black student group wants no UNC police at resident hall move-in. They want increased funding for counseling and psychological services and a more diverse counseling services staff. The students also want to be alerted when dangerous white supremacists are on campus. Like the white supremacists, if they're coming there, I mean, it's probably pretty rare that they even show up, but if they're coming there, do you think they call the dean and say, oh, by the way, Dean, we'll be there at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, and just make sure everybody knows that we're coming? The student paper does not explain what the reference to white supremacists is about. However, in January, someone entered a campus social justice organization building and drew swastikas on the ground and stole tax documents. The suspect, Kevin Sleem, has a number of confusing social media posts and spent several months undergoing medical evaluations before being arrested. And the truth of the matter is, it seems like a majority of these times where some nut comes in and does something like this. Now, this guy was a nut. Mm-hmm. But how many times does this happen? We read about it, and you find out it's actually some liberal trying to indict somebody that would consider themselves conservative.
Oh, yeah. Is it tomorrow that the trustees meet over this issue?
They're meeting soon. I'm not sure if it's tomorrow or not.
I think it's this week. So I can't imagine. Let's see.
My hunch is they're not going to take this overly seriously. Although, never hold your breath on this kind of thing. You never know how they're going to react. Other requests include more funding for the Carolina Women's Center and a promise not to replace the departing president of the Carolina Women's Center with a white woman. That sounds rather racist.
Oh, my goodness.
So you can bring in whoever you want, but make sure they're not white. The decision by the trustees not to give immediate tenure to Hannah-Jones she has no academic experience, they went on to say, is putting the black students' physical safety at risk. The last thing we want to do is to be fighting for our academic and physical lives, Derek Davis said, because if the Board of Trustees can't protect our academic interest by providing teachers that look like us to promote diversity and inclusion, as they say, then what purpose do they have? Maybe their purpose is to educate you.
Yeah, maybe so.
I thought that's the main deal of college education is to prepare you for life.
Board of Trustees, they're meeting tomorrow
They are.
over this issue. So I think they're okay.
Well, Derek Davis, this guy that just said that, he wants to basically abolish the Board of Trustees completely. Now, I don't know if that means we're going to replace the Board of Trustees or let's just get rid of them and we'll just have anarchy, which seems what the left wants.
Just get rid of the flagship university. Why not?
Well, here's a solution that would make them happy. Just fire all the white people that work for UNC Chapel Hill. Well, apparently that's what they want, right?
It's amazing to me that this issue, because people are not. I read the 1619 Project when it first came out, maybe a year and a half ago, maybe, and before it was really got a lot of legs, and I was astounded some of the stuff in there, and then the history, the notable letters that the history professors from across the country wrote about it, and
how wonderful it was.
These are history professors
that were legit.
They're legit,
Okay,
the most respected history professors in the country at liberal universities, and they just said how much hogwash was there in it basically. And then if you go on the website now. I didn't print any of the information out because they had all the links. I just read it online. It's there's a lot of things been taken out. It's still, the substance is still there, but and then when she was challenged on it during that time, Nicole Hannah-Jones, she says, "Well, it's really not a piece of history; it's a piece of journalism." Okay, journalism.
Yeah, it's just
how about a piece of fiction?
Yeah, how about a piece of? Oh no, I can't say that.
But I think the Board of Trustees will be talking about them caving. They don't have any principles. Some will, but the majority will be afraid to stand up because.
Well, bye UNC.
Just
if they cave on this,
are we going to give everyone tenure as a head of a journalism department just because they want to Pulitzer Prize? What's their academic record?
Well, apparently,
what
it has
is her
nothing
academic
to, it
record?
apparently has to do with what race you are.
She hadn't
according
been
to
an
this group.
academic. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
The Daily Wire is reporting, going back to our teaser at the beginning, on this building collapse down in the Miami area. A pool contractor who evaluated the South Tower of the Chaplain Tower, he was looking at the basement of the building, basically, and looking at the equipment and the structure of the pool. Now, we mentioned yesterday there was one 40-year-old woman who was actually on her telephone with her husband talking about the odd sounds that she was hearing, and as she was talking to her husband, she's saying the pool is sinking into a sinkhole, and then the phone went dead, and again, she's one of the missing. This guy, the pool contractor, was there getting ready to put a bid in a major renovations for the structure of the pool, and he took all kinds of photographs, which has now been released to the Miami Herald, and it is not good. This individual has said there was all kinds of standing water, there was major cracks in the concrete, there were exposed rebar that was rusting away, and another expert who saw the photographs said, while that looks bad, that doesn't look like what would bring down the building. But what this other expert says, it's not what you see that I would fear. It's what you don't see that's underneath the building, the foundation, which is what you don't see. And that is probably what brought the building down. We were talking before the program, though, how many lawyers are on their way down to Florida to file lawsuits. There's going to be numerous lawsuits.
And I think I read where there was a report to the condo association board or whatever, saying back last April the repairs that were needed, and 15 million I think was the number I heard, and they were talking about possible assessments. And
it would, sounds to me like 12 or 15 million would have been a drop in the bucket. Yeah, if you look on our Facebook page or on Cable 7, you can see the photographs there that the contractor put up. and not good. The one on the left is the current photographs. The one on the right was the photographs from years ago. Not in good shape. What really is bizarre, though, never underestimate how a liberal will use something that is as bad as what happened down in Florida. So the Energy Secretary, Jennifer Granholm, she went on CNN, and again, if you go and look at who was the guy that was in the Obama administration? Emanuel.
Rahm Emanuel.
Yeah, never let a good tragedy go to waste.
Chicago guy.
Yeah. So Jennifer Granholm was on CNN, and the question came up: will this be blamed on climate change? Clark, this is cut 2. Will it be blamed on climate change?
Do you think that climate could have played a role in that building's collapse?
Well, obviously, we don't know fully, but we do know that the seas are rising. I mean, we know that we're losing inches and inches of beaches, not just in Florida, but all around. Lake Michigan, where I'm from, we've seen the loss of beaches because the waters are rising. So, this is a phenomenon that will continue. Whether we'll have to wait to see what the analysis is for this building, but the issue about resiliency and making sure we adapt to this changing climate, that's going to mean levees need to be built. That means seawalls need to be built. That means infrastructure needs to be built. We need to make sure that we invest enough in clearing out the forests so we don't have these weather events. We need to invest in hardening our transmission lines, maybe burying wires so that we can protect areas that are like tinderbox dry. There's so much investment that we need to do to protect ourselves from climate change, but also to address it and mitigate it. And hopefully these infrastructure bills, when taken together, will make a huge step and allow America to lead again.
Unbelievable. So they are still searching for bodies. 11 people are confirmed dead. There's still over 150 missing. They're still searching for bodies. And yet, never underestimate the liberals' desire to use a tragedy to push their political agenda. And that's exactly, this is disgusting. This is absolutely disgusting.
That's typical, though. I can't do it justice, but I remember Al Gore in an interview a few years ago when he was talking about the fish swimming down the streets in Miami. You remember he was giving this global warming speech? It's like, he ain't seen fish swimming down the street in Miami.
The interesting part and the good news about this is that the viewers are pissed.
Yeah.
I mean, CNN got so much pushback on this.
Their ratings are horrible. I mean,
they probably have more people know about this story from the reporting of the story than the actual story itself.
Yeah, I mean, if you
aired on CNN.
If you watch their news, there's just no way you can take it serious. You know what their agenda is.
Yeah, big time. Hey, listen, we've got a lot to talk about, and we will play political trivia in just a little bit. Your category today, July 4th. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
And we're on location at one of my favorite places in the whole planet because this is some of the best food you're ever going to eat in your life. We are at Nino's on Red Banks Road in Greenville. It's one of my hangouts. It's one of the places that I love. I got my friend Pietro Passalacqua. How'd I do?
You did great.
Let's talk about the food. What makes this place? I know it's special Italian from authentic Italians, but tell us why it's so special.
Because everything we do, it's really what we came up on the menu from what we did at home, from my grandparents, my parents. So it's exactly what we eat at home, and that's the way we cook. That's why it's special.
And the atmosphere in this place is special also. From the bar to the two dining areas. You got two different dining areas, and now the weather's nice, so there's going to be a lot of folks that want to eat outside.
Yeah, we have two rooms. One room is designed a little different. We're also working on the patio to make it more attractive and more useful in the summer with a cocktail service. And we're always improving our services.
And, of course, my friends here, my buddy, Chef Massimo, who I love, and Sal and Pietro, you guys do a great job here. Not just Italian, but I had a great pork chop here the other night. You got great steaks, too.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we're also adding filet mignon in the future on our menu. And Massimo is coming out with a really good side dishes for it. And so we're really excited to come out with new meats and fish dishes.
Nino's on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Same people that give you Marabello's and the great pizza that you get at Marabello's, but this is fine dining at Nino's. If you haven't been here, you don't know what you're missing. Come see them at Nino's on Red Banks Road. And Pietro, what is that famous saying about Nino's?
The food that you enjoy with people that you love.
Top Dog Academy is Eastern North Carolina's complete dog training facility. Top Dog provides an excellent environment for dogs of all ages with training services and work week daycare. Top Dog is located on Highway 43 South, just 4 miles from Bells Fork, and features a comfortable, healthy environment and a spacious facility for daycare and a brand new, beautiful facility for training. Call 752-8215 or visit TopDogOnline.com.
Come on out Highway 43 South to Top Dog Academy, where we know dogs.
Living easy is the sound of children laughing as you make memories with neighbors and friends. It's the sound of nothing at all. It's the smell of the salt air. Hear the waters against the marsh grass. See the beauty of our coast. Bow Coast.
This is your Drive at 5 and ENC with Tom Lamprecht. Welcome back to News and Views on Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
Welcome back in. Tom and Benny and Clark. Good to have you with us on a Tuesday. Take a look at your weather forecast. If you like today, you're going to have more of the same pretty much the rest of the week. Chance of showers in the afternoons and a slight chance, anywhere from 20 to 30%. Highs in the low to mid-90s and clear nights with low in the 70s. 14 years ago today, 2007, the first iPhone went on sale. You know, most of the times you see these kind of things and say, wow, it seems like it was just yesterday. I would have thought it was a lot longer ago than 14 years when the first iPhone came out.
I would have guessed probably early 2000s.
What was your first cell phone?
Cell phone?
Yeah.
Oh. It was a bag phone in a car.
Wow, you were early on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mine was a BlackBerry.
And then it was mounted to the. Then I got one of the mounted deals.
I had a BlackBerry, and you actually had little buttons that you pushed on the to dial. And my fat fingers, I couldn't do it. I had to.
Now I think I was not the last. I was very late in the game to smartphones. I just refused to have them, and I used to make fun of people about texting and that type of thing.
But you succumbed.
Yeah.
Who hasn't, right?
Yeah.
Weather and your iPhone report brought to you by our friends at Ironwood Golf and Country Club, voted best golf course in Greenville 2 years in a row. Ironwood Golf and Country Club boasts an 18-hole Lee Trevino design course, full-service dining, and outdoor pool, tennis, and more. Our newly renovated 15,000-square-foot clubhouse is the perfect place to make new traditions with your family. For a limited time, join Ironwood. Pay zero initiation fees. Call 252-752-4653. Find out what makes us the best of Greenville. 252-752-4653. Be a part of the best Ironwood Golf and Country Club. So,
you talk about the cell phone thing right quick, and I get thinking about, you remember the first movie, Wall Street, with Michael Douglas?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that came out in like 86 or 7.
Greed is good.
Yeah, Greed is good. I remember him. He was talking to Bud Fox, Charlie Sheen's character. He was walking on his beach, and he's holding this mobile phone that looked like the size of a shoebox or something.
Oh, yeah.
So.
My mom and her, well, again, we're going back 30 years now, I guess. Longer ago than that, probably 40 years ago. She would travel from Maryland to North Carolina, and she ended up, because sometimes she went by herself, well, often she went by herself, she got one of these portable phones that you need to have a wheelbarrow to carry with you. Yeah. This is an interesting article Dallas Woodhouse of the Carolina Journal has put out. If you remember, I just brought this up. There was a story we reported on out of Rocky Mount where there were a bunch of things that happened up there between the city manager and I think wasn't it just the city manager? It was also one of the council members.
Yeah, the city council member Andre Knight had $47,000, almost $48,000 utility bills that was written off, unpaid, went years without being paid, and was written off, I think, by City manager, city manager instructed the finance director to write it off, and
But
that was
then-
part of a state auditor's report.
But then wasn't there also a bunch of improper use of credit cards that was going on up there, where there was I remember thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars. I want to get this right before I say it, but as I remember the story, I think there were also some issues with misappropriation of funds, unauthorized use of credit cards and that sort of thing.
Yeah, some travel policy violations and unsubstantiated travel expenses or unallowable travel expenses.
The state's investigation found other indications of corruption, including multiple downtown development managers failed to follow program guidelines, resulting in $32,452 of uncollected loans and $28,000 of improperly awarded funds, including to a nonprofit Shared by Night. The engineering division noncompliance with the city's code of ordinances could cost the city $31,000. City manager Rochelle Small-Toney failed to comply with the city's travel policy, resulting in $1,575 in unallowable travel expenses, including lobster and steak dinners and an individual steamed seafood bucket. Anyway, there was, I say all this, and we reported on this 3 or 4 weeks ago, probably. When it first
this one was longer ago. This is several months ago. Matter of fact, you're thinking about the school board in Nash County, I think.
This is both in Nash County.
Yeah, Nash or Edgecombe. It's up in the Rocky Mount area.
Anyway, make a long story short, on this deal, the president of the state chapter of the NAACP is leveling accusations of racism and white supremacy against Auditor Beth Wood, who is a Democrat, and State Senator Lisa Barnes from Nash County, who's a Republican, over Wood's investigation of corruption in the Rocky Mount City Council and Barnes' proposed legislation intended to address it. Quote, "The truth is that Beth Woods and Lisa Barnes, a Democrat and a Republican respectively, are operating tactics and strategies out of the old 1898 racist playbook," State NAACP President Anthony Spearman wrote in a memo posted on the group's Facebook page and sent to the North Carolina State Conference of Branches of the NAACP. Really?
Yeah, listen,
this is getting ridiculous. I mean, I don't want this program to become nothing but race issues, but it's craziness.
Well, the NAACP chairman, director, or whatever,
Spearman.
Yeah, it's definitely political with him because I've known State Auditor Beth Wood since late 80s. I mean, known her well.
Right.
We used to work together. And she's a Democrat, but she's a fair person, and she don't care what party you're from. And she does good work. Lisa Barnes wrote, I think, was one of the co-sponsors of the Senate bill that they're talking about, that basically gives the state auditor more teeth for these investigations. Because really, she just presents a report. If a district attorney fails to follow up on it, nothing happens.
Basically, if you're a liberal, you use two things. You blame everything on climate change, and if you're accused of something, it's somehow racism.
I mean, the guy, I think it's Knight, the council member up there. I mean, simple question. Why didn't you pay $50,000 worth of utility bills? Period. I mean, just a simple answer. Yeah. And why did the city manager write them off? I mean.
So Rand Paul said at the end of the day, Joe Manchin is always going to vote. He can say all he wants, but at the end of the day, he's always going to vote with Democrats. The Daily Caller is reporting Joe Manchin said earlier today he would support moving forward with the Democrat-only infrastructure bill without GOP support. We're going to have to work through reconciliation, which I've agreed that can be done. I just haven't agreed on the amount because I haven't seen everything that everyone is wanting to put in the bill, Manchin said in an interview. But he's for it. I don't know what's in it. I don't know what it's going to cost, but I'm for it. Manchin also said the Senate can go through the process of negotiating the bill, saying the Democrats will probably have to go to reconciliation, then do what they have to do to afford to do it. This whole reconciliation thing is so abused and misused.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, reconciliation was, okay, how do we balance the budget? How do we go, things that would allow us to go forward to operate. And they're using this they just, it's like holding a cross up to Dracula. They hold up the word reconciliation, and you're supposed to fall down on your knees and pass it no matter what. It's,
I'm not going to say that they all do this, but there's a lot of Democrats and a lot of Republicans that, their minds are made up on any issue that. I mean, they know what they're told to sign. They don't read this stuff. They don't know what's going on.
Well, how can they?
Yeah.
How can they? I mean, in all honesty, I don't care how big your staff is, and they hand you these bills that are 2,200 pages, and they came out with, procedural acts, or I don't know if they were laws or just rules of the Senate and the House, that you had to have the bills out for so many days so that you could review them and read them. Yeah, that was flushed down the toilet as soon as it was implemented.
Yeah, you've had several that would go publicly and say, "Hey, this is the bill," and
I'm supposed to read it,
and it's like 4 or 5 inches thick, and
I'm supposed to read it in 8 hours.
Yeah, we just got it last night. We got to vote on it today. I mean, it's not possible.
Republican Congressman Andy Biggs from Arizona has come out today and blasted Biden's infrastructure bill as a 5-lane highway barreling towards socialism. Infrastructure to Democrats is a 5-lane highway to socialism, he wrote. Biggs expanded on this tweet to Fox News, saying, Democrats have interwoven the socialist policies of the new Green Deal into their infrastructure framework every step of the way. I think going back to that audio we just played with the woman from on CNN, Jennifer Granholm, I think she referenced the infrastructure bill as the great solution to keep
taking care of climate change.
Yeah, taking care of climate change to keep buildings from falling down. When America thinks of infrastructure, he said, this is Andy Biggs speaking, he said they think of roads, bridges, and airports, not unrealistic climate goals that increase our dependence on communist China and social welfare programs that the far left deems human infrastructure. Bingo.
Yeah, it's it's becoming apparent that the Biden administration and the Democrat Party now pretty much is going to do what is in China's best interest. I mean, it's things are lining up too much that it's always in China's favor, everything that they're for. And if this Paris Climate Accord, you think China is going? You think China gives a rat's what?
Yeah, well, the truth of the matter is, none of these countries are.
No,
none of these countries are. The only ones that will adhere to it are the socialists in the United States that want a global one-world system, and they look at this as ways to decrease American productivity and increase third-world countries, and for that matter, countries all over the world that aren't as productive as the United States are. They want a one-world government, a one-world system.
Collectivism, yeah. And collectively, they're smart enough to know, these other countries know, it is a heck of a lot easier to bring the United States down
than bring them up. Because you got to get up off your fat rear end and go to work.
Yep.
All I can say is the state of Nevada must have a lot of ugly women. Transgender crowned Miss Nevada will be the first trans to compete in the Miss USA pageant.
Wow.
I thought
will do anything.
Well, he's ugly, but he's not that ugly, Nancy. This Kata Luna Enriquez.
I haven't seen this. I'm going to have to look her up.
Will be
whatever.
Him up. He will be the first openly transgender competitor to participate in the upcoming Miss USA pageant. You mean to tell me you could not find a young lady?
And what happens when he doesn't win?
Oh well, it'll be they'll blame that on transgeniophobia or whatever they call it. What is it? What do they call you if you're anti-trans? You're not homophobic. You're transphobic, I guess. The 27-year-old beat out 21 biologically female competitors in Nevada's preliminary round. In his inclusion in Nevada's event and victory is very odd considering there's already a separate Ms. Trans Global competition that takes place annually. No, it's not. That's not good enough. They don't want their own ugly contest. They want to invade and be accepted by all. And you have to praise and glorify it and affirm it.
I don't know how to ask this question, but She had the equipment changed out. I mean, I don't know how you ask that.
Well, I guess we'll find out when they have the bikini part of it.
But this picture here is.
I don't say it. Don't say it.
I mean, we might have to have an equipment check, folks.
You can check it. I ain't checking it. I ain't going down. I ain't going down to that level. I mean, you'll have to watch the bikini part of it.
Ooh, that's bad.
Well, isn't that special?
Speaking of unattractive women, Vogue magazine. You know, the entire time, the prettiest first lady we have ever had, and nobody, I'm sorry, you cannot argue this. The prettiest first lady we had was the wife of our former president, Donald Trump.
Jackie Kennedy's was even a close second, but without a doubt.
Yeah, without a doubt.
A professional model.
Yeah, supermodel, Melania. Vogue never did anything on her, never had her on the cover. Jill Biden shows up on the cover of Vogue magazine for their August issue and put together a puff piece on Jill. Never mentioned that her questionable background on how she and Joe got together.
Oh, yeah, the love story is not exactly a love story for her ex-husband.
No, her ex-husband's not too happy about Joe. The double standard, all too familiar. Speaking of double standards, Rudy Giuliani is facing a federal inquiry over possible improper lobbying for Turkey. A source familiar with the matter told ABC News. The Justice Department's inquiry is separate from the criminal investigation into Giuliani's activities in Ukraine. It wasn't immediately clear when this inquiry, first reported by Bloomberg, began. Giuliani was suspended from practicing law in the totalitarian state of New York last Friday. The appellate division of the New York Supreme Court said it was immediately suspending Giuliani's license. The New York Times says it was because he made false and misleading statements on the stolen 2020 election. This is 2021 in the United States, bananas republic. Can you say Paul Manafort? Can you say Hunter Biden?
Mm-hmm.
A double standard. Wow. So are we not? I mean, if there's an investigation on Hunter Biden, we haven't heard much about it, and we look at the news every day.
I happened to catch Alan Dershowitz on Glenn Beck this morning. I was listening to. I heard he was coming on, so I wouldn't listen to him. Alan Dershowitz, a famous liberal Democrat lawyer for 60-plus years, Harvard Law. He's worked on the O.J. case, several famous cases, and he talked about this. That it was the biggest injustice in his entire legal career, what was going on with Rudy Giuliani.
There's no stopping them.
He said it's just unbelievable. And he told Glenn Beck, he said, this is somebody that's voted for Joe Biden, President Obama, and Bill Clinton. He said it's not political with me. It's about the issue of the law, and they are using the law to go after their political enemies. What it boils down to.
Yeah.
Well, the New York. The New York State attorney or New York City district attorney ran on the issue of she was going to take down Donald Trump.
Yeah,
that was her issue. Well, was it yesterday that they dropped? They're not going after Donald Trump.
Yeah, they've dropped it all.
Yeah.
You really have to ask yourself, how much longer can we survive as a country? I mean, we spend money we don't have. We constantly lie. I mean, our leaders are constantly lying.
Yeah,
we ignore laws on a regular basis. We apply laws to some and not to others, a.k.a. Rudy Giuliani. We kill our young. We destroy the nuclear family. Our leaders will say and do anything to get elected. It's laughable how we ignore natural law. I mean, we've got a trans now running in the Miss America pageant. Common sense is totally thrown out the window. We call men women, women men, and we punish anyone that does not conform and celebrate. And how long can we last? Really, how long can we last?
Well, you know what President Harry Truman said. Is that a word I can say on the radio?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We actually had that as a trivia question one time.
Okay, you talking about politicians. President Harry Truman said, my choice early in life was either to be a piano player in a whorehouse or a politician. And to tell you the truth, there's hardly any difference.
That's the truth. Can we get and look, as a Democrat,
Yeah.
can we have Harry Truman back? Hey, let's play political trivia. Lighten things up a little bit. 561-8255. Got a great prize package. It's going to go quick, so don't wait to hear the question. It's going to go quick. Your category is July 4th, Independence Day. Political trivia. When we get back, a great prize package. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Break the chain. Eat local. Tiebreakers.
Hey, this is Hank Hinton back here at Full Service Flooring in Winterville. I'm here today with Corey Little, who's the operations manager here at Full Service Flooring. Corey's been here 6 months, but you've been in construction a long time. Tell us about what you do here at Full Service Flooring.
Yeah, I got over here about 6 months ago. I've been in construction for, like I said, a little over 20 years, and I've known Tim for a long time now, and he's brought me over here to see what new kind of things I can bring to the store and to our customers. And I'm in charge of scheduling, and I don't know what else. I'm in charge of everything. It seems like we work together as a team and try to pull it all together. I might do a measure one day and do a commercial floor the next day, but we just kind of all work together and pull it all together at one time.
So what's new in flooring? What is the hot new thing?
The hot new thing's LVP or LVT, depending on what you're looking for, which look you're looking for. It's a waterproof product. It's absolutely fantastic. You can't really beat it.
A lot cheaper than hardwoods?
It is definitely a cost-effective alternative to hardwoods, yes, sir.
So, Corey, how is business right now?
And business is good. Despite the pandemic, we're still seeing a lot of new customers in the store, and we get an opportunity to introduce our products in a lot of different situations right now.
Corey, you've got a lot of experience in the construction industry. How is that helping you here with people, helping people with flooring here at Full Service Flooring?
Sure. I try to take the experiences that I've gained over my time in construction to help apply that to the flooring, whether it be with what the structure is made out of, the subfloor that we're going over top of, or maybe even just how it coordinates with your kitchen cabinets in construction or in your bathroom and how the tub and everything all ties together.
And a customer can just come here and see you anytime?
Absolutely. We're here 6 days a week, and we just love to see a new customer in here anytime. They can always call us and schedule something with us so that we can make sure we have our time allotted for them.
Corey, thank you so much. That's Corey Little here at Full Service Flooring. Come see these guys. They're on Tilco Drive in Winterville, 756-9308 and fullserviceflooring.com.
In North Carolina, we get up before the sun rises and stay up into the wee hours of the night. We believe in working hard and playing harder. Behind every meal, there's a farmer, and behind every farmer, there's got to be NC, the official state identity program for North Carolina agricultural products. Look for the Got to Be NC logo wherever you shop or eat, and you'll know you're getting a quality product grown, raised, caught, or made in North Carolina.
All right, welcome back in. It is Tuesday, but we are doing political trivia today, a little Tuesday version of it. Your category, July 4th, Independence Day. Your prize package includes a free oil change for your car pickup at Dave Davis's East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. A gift certificate from Fit for Life, including 2 free training sessions with a coach. A $20 gift card to the Pirates Cove Car Wash, proud partner of the ECU Courtesy Car Program. A gift for a free round of golf with card at Ironwood, a $20 gift card to Mucho Bueno for lunch or dinner, Mucho Bueno, real Mexican street food, and a $20 gift card to Gwendy's Goodies Bakery in Aden, delicious made-from-scratch goodies, and a gift card to University PC Care. Remember, if you or anyone in your immediate family has won recently, let 60 days pass before you play again. First up, and by the way, we've got a couple of lines open, 561-8255, or toll-free 1-866-963-1037. First up is Thomas in Greenville. Hey, Thomas.
Hey, Thomas.
Good afternoon.
I think it's going to go quick, so it might be good that you're the first one in. Here's your question. Americans across the United States will purchase approximately 71 million of these for their July 4th celebrations. What?
How about hot dogs?
That's not it. Good guess. That
Good
was
one.
Benningsford's guess,
Yeah,
but
that's my first.
that is not it. Thanks, Thomas. 561-8255. Let's go to Mike in New Bern. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
How you doing?
Doing well. Good to hear from you again. What do you think? Americans across the United States will purchase approximately 71 million of these for their July 4th celebrations. What?
Flags.
Flags. That's another great guess. That's not
That
it,
is a
though.
good guess.
That's not it. Thanks, Mike. 561-8255. There's a lot of things it could be. What do you think? 561-8255 or toll free 1-866-963-1037. Let's go to Jessica in Greenville. Hi, Jessica.
Hey, Jessica.
Hi, how are you doing?
Doing well. What do you think? Americans.
I did not hear it.
All
I
right,
was
here you go.
calling.
Here you go.
All right,
Americans
okay.
across the United States will purchase approximately 71 million of these for their July 4th celebrations. What?
Hot dogs.
Oh, that was already said by Thomas, so I'm going to give you another guess. Thomas said that when
Okay.
you were on hold.
Fireworks.
Fireworks. Another good guess. That's not it. That is not it. Good guess, Jessica. 561-8255. Let's go back to Thomas. Hey, Thomas.
Thomas, let's see what you
Yeah.
got.
What you got?
Okay, it's not hot dogs, and it's not fireworks.
And it's not flags.
Oh Lord, you're not giving a hint yet, are you?
Not yet.
Okay, all right.
Too early.
Let's see.
Take a guess.
Ding, 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 ding.
Balloons.
Balloons. Not it. 561-8255. Balloons on 4th of July? That's a birthday party. I guess it's
Yeah,
America's
yeah.
birthday
It's
party. There you
America's
go. Let's go to William. Hey, William.
Hey, William.
How's it going?
Good. Americans across the United States will purchase approximately 71 million of these for their July 4th celebrations. What?
Is it beer?
That's it!
There you go.
Cases of beer.
We had to wait for a beer drinker to call in.
Now, here's the deal, though. You stop and think about this is not cans of beer. These are cases of beer. We were figuring it was like 1,700,000,000 cans of beer for the 4th of July celebration. So, congratulations, William. Hang on the line. Where are you calling from?
Newburgh.
Newburgh. All right, William and Newburgh. Hang on the line. Clark's going to get all your information, and Benny and I'll be right back.
Get paid to trade at Greenville Toyota. Sell us your old car for cash, up to 125% of book value. Or trade up to Camry, just $189 a month. Get paid to trade. Now at Greenville Toyota.
Anything could happen ever since I met you. Let me take you dancing.
Introducing Pepsi Mango.
Air Service is back at Pitt Greenville Airport, offering safe, clean facilities and flights from American Airlines. That means the short commute, quicker lines, and better prices that get you where you're going fast and easy. See it for yourself. There's great things inside at Pitt Greenville Airport.
Sawyer's Fun Park in Winterville is now open. With over 40,000 square feet of family fun, daily money-saving deals, and a full-service restaurant, Sawyer's Fun Park is guaranteed to have something the whole family will love. Test your ninja skills on our 2-story obstacle course or head over to one of our 5 rock walls and race your friends to the top. And when you've worked up an appetite in our laser tag arena or our one-of-a-kind ropes course, grab a table over at the restaurant and try our world-famous Southern Monster Fries. Reserve your spot today at SawyersFunPark.com and come join in on the fun.
My name is Dr. Neeti Armistead, Chief Medical Officer for Vidant Health. The following simple steps will help keep you and your community safe. Stay home as much as possible, wear a mask when out in public, avoid large gatherings, practice social distancing, and wash hands often. It's also important not to delay needed care. Vidant has taken important steps to provide you and your family with a safe environment. Learn more about COVID-19 and Vidant's response. Call 252-847-8000 or visit vidanthealth.com/COVID-19.
Acre Station Meat Farm, along with Lane Angus Beef, bring you Farm to Fork Beef.
Stock your freezers now with affordable beef boxes, just in time for the grilling season.
Farm to Fork Beef brings quality local beef to your family. From your traditional butcher shop, Acre Station Meat Farm. Come on down to Acre Station Meat Farm and find out why we're #1 in fresh cuts and friendly service.
Acre Station Meat Farm, Highway 32 North, Pinetown.
This one's for everyone who spends the amount of time it would take to watch a movie, agreeing on which movie to watch. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Get paid to trade at Greenville Toyota. We'll pay you up to 125% of book value, even if you don't buy from us. Or trade up to Corolla, just $159 a month. Don't settle for less. Get more for your trade. Now at Greenville Toyota.
Air Service is back at Pitt Greenville Airport, offering safe, clean facilities and flights from American Airlines. That means the short commute, quicker lines, and better prices that get you where you're going fast and
Back to the show that really makes you think.
He is a genius.
He's all powerful.
He brought a kind of heat.
He could be the best. Just don't hurt yourself, okay? More news and views on Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
Congratulations, William King of New Bern, more specifically Pollocksville. You got it right. Americans will purchase 71 million cases of beer.
That sounds like a Coke or a seltzer or something.
Yeah, that's a pretty fizzy beer you got there.
I guess Clark's a White Claw guy or something, I guess.
George Washington, that was one of your hints.
Come on, man.
George Washington didn't have to purchase these. He created his own. That was your first hint. Your second hint was the fact that Independence Day is in the middle of the summer, adds to the number. But William King didn't need any hints. He got it.
Yeah, George Washington was kind of a famous beer and bourbon or whiskey, rye whiskey
connoisseur.
Yeah, he had a thriving business for selling whiskey.
That'd be interesting. If I wonder if they have any bottles up out in Vernon yet from those years ago. Town Hall's reporting Rand Paul has blown up another Fauci claim, this time on the Delta variant. Of course, Biden is praising Anthony Fauci. Here's the deal, Biden said. The Delta variant, I'll get it, is more contagious, it's deadlier, and it's spreading quicker around the world, leaving young, unvaccinated people more vulnerable than ever. Please get vaccinated if you haven't already. Let's head off this strain before it's too late. Rand Paul, who has been debunking Fauci for more than a year now, is pushing back. He says, don't let the fearmongers win. The New England Public New England study of Delta variant shows 44 deaths out of 53,822 in the unvaccinated group, which means the chances of you dying from this variant is 0.08. So are we just in the midst of another fear-mongering scare tactic? I think so.
Well, I think it's all the Democrats have. Yeah. I mean, really, they really enjoy this COVID stuff. They love lockdowns. They love fear-mongering.
They love being the authoritarians.
Yeah, really, what else they got to hang their hats on?
And apparently, L.A. County has reinstated the indoor mask deal. I tell you what, there's going to be out-and-out rebellion.
Yeah. I mean, whether you believe...
I cannot believe this is going to help their political aspirations.
Regardless if you believe Donald Trump, the election was stolen or not, let's just say Joe Biden won.
No.
The only... Well...
Okay, go ahead.
Let's just say, okay, Joe Biden won. But the only way, if you cannot say the only way Joe Biden won was COVID, I mean, that is the only way. Joe Biden could not have survived a normal campaign, number one. He couldn't have survived a campaign in the primaries. And basically, you had a thriving, booming economy that was hit. The only thing was hit was COVID, and so that's all the Democrats. I mean, they want these lockdowns to start back up. They just can't wait.
Have you heard what Joe has said recently concerning the right to bear arms?
About the nukes that we need to trade in our AR-15 for nukes,
and the fact that he came out and said if there's a uprising against the government has F-15 fighter planes and nuclear weapons to tamp down any anti-government uprising.
If that's not a a Democrat and Biden voters clue that the president has no clue by that statement. I just can't imagine what would happen if Donald Trump made a statement like that, or any other Republican president made a statement like that.
But in a speech last week, Biden came out and said, quote, "And I might add, the Second Amendment, from the day it was passed, limiting the type of people who could own a gun and what type of weapon you could own. You couldn't buy a cannon." The Washington Post, the liberal Washington Post, came out and said this is for Pinocchios. In other words, it is royal BS.
Mm-hmm.
David Koppel, who is research director for the Second Amendment Project, said, quote, "Everything in that statement is wrong. When the Second Amendment was ratified in 1791, there were no federal laws about the type of gun you could own, and no states limited the kind of gun you could own, including a cannon."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the whole thing is BS.
You know, I almost bought a cannon.
Did you really?
Yeah, I want one bad, but I just know what I'll do. I'll just have to test it out. I don't need one that can fire. But
well, here's the other thing, though.
But hey, if he's giving me authority to buy a tank, I'm first on the list.
In the meantime, as Stephen Gakowski wrote in the magazine Reload, gun sales are at an all-time high for the first time ever. Smith and Wesson sold more than $1 billion worth of firearms.
Wow.
$1 billion, yeah. The Democrats do more to increase gun sales than the best advertising campaign with unlimited resources could ever do. Hey, thanks for being with us. We'll do it again tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Congratulations again to William King of New Bern, who's our political trivia winner. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody.
All right. In North Carolina, we get up before the sun rises and stay up into the wee hours of the night. We believe in working hard and playing harder. Behind every meal, there's a farmer, and behind every farmer, there's got to be NC, the official state identity program for North Carolina agricultural products. Look for the Got to Be NC logo wherever you shop or eat, and you'll know you're getting a quality product grown, raised, caught, or made in North Carolina.
We're on location at Fabric and Home Furnishings, and I'm back with my friend Lisa Pendry. And Lisa's been telling me about all the great renovations that have been going on here in the store, and I've been looking around, and it looks fantastic. Tell us what you've done here.
Well, we've knocked some walls down, we've painted, we've added some new vendors, lots of new exciting things going on. So we're making room for everybody to get what they need to transform their homes.
Looks fantastic in here. Last time we talked, you were saying that you were able to deliver a lot faster than most other furniture stores. Is that still the case?
It is. It's changed a little bit, but we're still looking at around 8 to 10 week delivery, and we do sell our floor samples right off the floor.
All right, we always say that Fabric and Home Furnishings is more than just a fabric store, so tell us what the more is all about. What when people come in, what should they expect?
Well, we love to get to know our customers. I have the best crew I've ever had, and everybody on my team is an interior designer. So we offer in-home design service, which we always have, but now they can each come out to your home after they work with you in here, figure out what's going on in your residence or your commercial property to pull it together and help you make everything beautiful.
You got great folks here.
I do.
I can tell you, I haven't gotten to know them. It's like a family when you come in here, and everybody gets along well, and you can tell that these guys and gals really know what they're talking about when it comes to interior design.
They do, and that's really what makes us different. We offer complete in-home design service. We don't charge a by-the-hour fee. It's a flat one-time fee. We work with you in here, in your home, in your business, and help pull everything together.
All right, it's more than just a fabric store. Fabric and Home Furnishings in Arlington Village. Come see this lady. She's fantastic. Fabric and Home Furnishings. Come see the renovations here in Arlington Village. And thank you for the visit today.
Thank you, Henry.
All right, you got to come see what they've done in the store here on Arlington Boulevard in Arlington Village.